life. Boom. Hello, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. There is lots of people around the world with the PVs, and today we have a big family. We have lots of years of riding, and I have the pleasure to ride with the three of them. They are very special and very fast riders. They love this sport, and I'm very proud to have the three of you, Z, Angus, and the father. Who bring these two kids to the this sport of Onewheel, and is Cauri. Hello, good evening.
Hi.
So first of all, let's start from the beginning. Let's understand how the Onewheel found you, or how do you found the Onewheel, or everything begin.
So at the beginning, I was really interested in all the vehicles that were coming out when the brushless motors appeared, and so I started tracking all of them in a Twitter feed that was called Last Mile Club, and in that feed, I'd have people submitting all kinds of new vehicles, and one of the ones that we came across was a very early notion of the Onewheel, and I went to CES, the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas. And in a dark little back room, found Kyle sitting down with a Onewheel, right? When it was completely known. And I stepped on it for the first time and fell in love. And, I got to know Kyle. I became the first dealer for Onewheels outside of Future Motion in Los Angeles. And I had a technology studio, and the kids used to come and ride.
Talking about the kids, let's go and show directly a video from the V1, the one of the first ones, and of course the kids are enjoying. And let's go to see the Angus, how small he was, and of course he's not so fast like today. Today is always the two of them. I think they don't have no.
Yeah,
stop.
I can't
Is
keep it anymore. I
yeah.
just don't bother.
I see this year. I was seeing this year because your last year was just you, and Angus today was this year was Z, and the two of them, they are very crazy. They want to do everything. And Fabio is a fantastic rider, and I was seeing Z and Angus always behind and saying, okay, we want to do it, let's do it. And I think that is very nice to see it. And everybody was worried about Angus, because Angus was always no protection, and he just want to go. And one day was one arm, the other day was the other one, and it was always no problem.
Yeah,
let's do it.
He didn't have no protection. He always had a helmet, and he always had wrist guards.
Yeah, it is. But he loves it. He loves to do it, and that is not from this year, last year, and I know from Float Life. I just want to show this because then comes the Float Life and everything, and the 500. You're going to tell about that, but I just want to show the videos what I have here from the beginning. And what year was this?
This was 2014.
Oh my God!
So this was right.
9 years. Yeah.
And Angus was 4 years old, 3.5 years old.
It was the four of us laughing about these videos. That is fantastic.
Yeah. And the way he pauses before he hit the crap, really slowly.
He's the first experience of the first experience.
He goes full speed towards a curve and jumps it.
So let's see one more time, and then we go to Z. I think you guys going to love it, the video from her, because she is directing, trying to do a trick and everything. So concentration.
The crack. Oh,
yeah. But I think is everybody who keep. I ask you in private if you have the V1. I think there is lots of persons who sell the V1, and I think they regret, because that was the big start. I think
So this was Z's first fully successful trick.
And you so happy, nice. You was like, I don't I don't know who's more happy, you or her. So I'm going to ask you for the tour. First, I'm going to ask you, to you, Cauri. Do you have from beginning? Do you think this one wheel was going to be so big like is today?
Yes. And as I said, I was tracking all these vehicles and I tried loads of them. I had about 200 of them within 2 years. The 200 of them appeared, and nothing was like the one.
Hello,
It was
Philippe.
by far the best one that I found right away. There was nothing else that could go off-road, on-road, that was completely intuitive to ride, that didn't require a large learning curve like normal UCs and so on, which was just stable and fun, and it didn't look geeky like some of them did. Like the roller skates looked really geeky. And so it was from the beginning one of the best designs, and kudos to Kyle and Future Motion for bringing that.
Then we're going to go to your Instagram. I think you have a nice story to talk about that. Then we're going to come back to the two of them, your Angus and Z, because I think they have a nice story. Tell us a little about all this beginning from you, my friend.
Well, this was, so yes, we were constantly, so what I really got into, what I realized very early on was that group rides were more interesting than riding alone. So when I started in LA, I was by myself, and people would call out, "Hey, what's that thing?" And then later on they would be saying, "Hey, look, there's that guy again." And then later it's like, "Hey, there's a Onewheel." So it was gradually getting more popular. And so we started doing group rides, and Angus would come, Z would come, we'd go out on group rides together with loads of other people. And that's what really made it, special and different. It's, you don't tend to see a lot of other boards going out. And so one of the things we did was when Float Life came about, and it was one of the big ones, Float Life, the second Float Life came about in North Carolina. We were living in Washington, D.C., and he wasn't with us at that time. And we hopped in that van that you can see on the screen. My wife, Rebecca, was riding in the van, and Angus some of the time, and then I rode all the way down. So it was a 500-kilometer ride from DC to North Carolina through Virginia. But Angus joined me for parts of it. We went through all kinds of territory. So I was on highways, riding on a little strip of road about this wide, the highway and the rumble strip, right? Where you just had that little bit of space, and I was riding like that. So that was like meditation. And then we were going through cities, we were going through the woods. Angus and I, you want to tell them about being lost in the woods?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to pass some photos that everybody see it, because I think that in this time you can explain what is 500 kilometers in miles, around 300 miles.
Yeah, it was about 300 and something miles.
Okay.
And what's interesting is to see those guys that you just saw in that photo is that different people would join us along the way a few times while we were riding through Virginia and other places. People would join us for part of the ride, and then they would leave us again and stuff. So it was really nice and sociable.
Yeah, that is that is what I talk about. The Onewheel community keeps not other one. It's so big. You see in Facebook, the group is the biggest group of PVs, around 53,000 persons inside, and there is not one group so close to them, and that's why I was never imagined that it's going to be so big like this. Maybe because I was not so informed like you.
It's nowhere near done yet. It's only going to get more countries, more places, more people. I think this was right after Angus's very first nosedive. That's why the expression on his face. So we were by the highway, and you sped up, didn't you, to try and catch somebody?
No, it was because you guys were going faster. there and like,
Smooth like that, but like a trooper, he nosedived, he hit the dirt, he rolled, and in 3 minutes he was back on the board riding again.
That is always like him. He come to like this year and last year, but this year was because he was more aggressive this year. I think is maybe because was more riders and because the sister was there, and I think he was more free, and he was all the time trying to do more. And when you see him with pain, and 5 minutes later, it's not like he has forget everything and he was riding again like nothing happens.
So in that video we just saw, that was the old days. I had a plus because the XRs had just come out. I had one XR, 2 pluses to do the ride, and so I had that massive backpack filled with batteries. Can you imagine carrying all these batteries in your back? And I would just be plugging out and plugging the other in so that I could get that extra range. And I had like 7 battery packs, and I kept swapping them out just enough range to be able to
I don't know. Wait a second.
You'd be charging the other boards inside of the van at the same time.
I have no
They should
one.
be like, all right, come here.
I have like one of them that is so heavy,
Yeah.
and you get so small range.
Yeah.
That was the best thing we can have it in the moment.
And as Angus said, we were charging the others in the van while I was riding, so that there was this continuous rotation of Onewheel. So one battery would run out, I swapped a new board, that one was a charge, and keep swapping and to make it.
I was asking. I know that you, Angus and they are living now today in Portugal, but I would love to see in the future to see the 2 kids from you racing. I think they has the potential to go like in USA and go to these competitions.
Yeah.
And we are seeing the young guys, young ladies and boys coming very fast. We see that about 2 years ago was a lady who win with 15 years old the event.
Yeah.
And I think your doctor is not slower. I think she's very good riding. And Angus, I think if he goes to the competition, maybe in the beginning you have to see how you're going to fit there, but when you find, I think it's going to be very good for increasing. I think there is just 2 or 3 riders there that they are fast, and I think your kids is going to.
How did you do when you were racing at Float Fest?
I did good. I got like 4th place for that. It was in the younger group. How old was I? 7, 8?
Yeah.
I think I was.
Yeah.
7, yeah.
Yeah, 7 at Float Fest. I think I got 4th place because there was one kid who was just like 2 years older than me who just barely was up.
There you go.
Yeah, there we are here.
That was me trying to prop up
Yeah.
the back.
Yeah, and that's what I think you are missing to have. I hope that next year, maybe in Portugal is going, or in Europe is going to be more events that you can show
Yeah.
it and go bigger.
Really looking forward to, for example, Float the Highlands,
Yeah.
which is a great event coming up in Europe this year, and some races. I think you're going to race?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Come on, we already buy the tickets. I think most of the group from us was in Portugal. Everybody was the first ones to buy all the tickets. Everybody was there.
That same vendor is still going like 5 years later.
Oh, is that the correct one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's Robert actually. So Robert was the guy who created Badger Wheel. And so he was actually badgering my board. This was back in the day where you weren't doing it yourself. And he had just figured out how to do it. And we would waterproof the boards. And that's really what allowed us to use it as transportation, right? Because when it rained, we could still use it. So that was a brilliant invention. I recommend Badger Wheel to anybody who needs waterproofing.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about these communities. We have people who help us to fix things, and we are seeing here this Float Life. I think that was the big change for all the riders.
Yeah. That
And
was the race.
I remember when we were at Flowfest in that lake in the background. So we were all sitting around a fire and stuff, and we just heard like a big splash. We looked behind, and someone was kind of chasing their board, and the board had just ghosted and just randomly just went into the water. So someone literally jumped in to grab the board.
That's right.
So I think it's amazing, and I love to see you how you bring your kids to this sport. I think it's a nice sport with nice people, and I think it's so much fun to see like father and the two kids loving the same sport. Is not easy. Like me, I have three kids here, and none of them they want to do this sport. They want to do
it's the sport now. Like, how do you use your board now?
Oh, I mean, I use it to go to school, to go and meet people at the weekend. It's everyday use.
Yeah,
It's not pouring with rain, it's everyday use.
DC, we didn't own a car. We just drove for 2 years. We just rode for 2 years. You know, it's like the Onewheel is really part of our lives, and you know, me having to heft these things from country to country, which sometimes can be difficult with all the rules and regulations, has been a thing, but it's worth it, right?
Yeah.
yes.
Earlier, it was really funny because the people you have in the very early days, you'd have people going like, "Whoa, what's that?" And then so on. You get people saying like, "Oh, look, it's a Onewheel," and so on, until you got to the point where we would literally be going through airports with Onewheel within the little boxes, and be like, "Oh, that's Onewheel." It's like,
Yeah.
whereas at the very, very beginning, it was like, "Whoa, what is that?" And we'd get stopped like for like 2 hours.
They got used to it. You watch the airport get used to the Onewheels. Yeah, and letting it through. And the TSA will let you through now. It's the airlines.
Yeah, that is the big difference from today. Today we cannot do nothing. Okay, we have to think about the V1 and the Plus is not so big batteries like today.
Yeah.
What we are using, the risks are more. But that was not the problem. I think the most problem was because of the dangers as happen in this way, and then they changed the rules. We cannot do nothing. But it's very sad for all of us because today we have to travel and we have to think the best way that we can that we can take our electric device. How can I do it? How can I go to
So the best way to do it nowadays is if you're capable, take the battery out, ship it, and then carry the Onewheel with you. You can put it in an IKEA bag. That's the easiest way. And just carry it on board and stick it in the overhead. And that's the best way, so that you don't have to worry about it getting bashed about in the hole. So that's how you ship it now. Ship your battery separately from the board.
Before we're going to go to the 2021 event in Portugal, because we was 11 persons, and that was special because I think we make a bound the 11 persons that we're going to take for life. I think it's not easy to see because, like the float life from you, my friend. The first one is always the first one, and everybody can tell whatever they want, and the second one, the other ones is going to be very good, but it's going to be different. I think we see it in a different way. But before I go to that, I want to ask you this question because I know you have a lot of understanding. This year was a guy with us, the Vict. He was with the vest. The people are talking a lot about the vests. What do you think about that? Do you think that is going to be that there is a company now from China that is a big discussion? Is what is going to happen? I know that you see in a group too. What do you think about the vest? Do you think the vest is going to be good for all of us? Do you think?
I mean, I can talk about it separately from two different aspects. So from a technology standpoint and a riding standpoint, the vest is amazing because it's customizable. You can change so many different things about the settings to make it really, truly yours. And it can ride completely differently depending on how you want it to ride, on different surfaces and different ways. It's fantastic in that sense. And the fact that it's open source means that, you know, there's tons of new kind of motors that will come out that'll go with it, all different kinds of battery packs, all of it. So just like in any other domain where you have open source technology, like drones, for example, went open source, and you saw proliferation of thousands and thousands of different kinds of drones. So the same thing will happen with VASC. So that's from the tech standpoint and the writing standpoint, it's great. The only thing to consider is, and that we don't know, and the big variable is future motion. So I remember when Trotter was at CES one year, and Kyle was very upset about it because it violates a lot of patents, and he got them kicked out of CES, and that was normal. That's what you do with a company, right? You protect your patents and you protect your rights. Now, the Onewheel has grown so large, and so many people want to write it and want to do more with it, and don't want to work at the pace of Onewheel and future motion. We're going to see. I think this is the first real test of how we're going to go. The future motion is already shut down. People who created batteries, people who created alternative chips, people who have created different kinds of even tires at one point, but that thankfully couldn't be stopped. And so now we'll see what happens with this. Personally, I think that we could do with competition.
Okay, was just a question because I think it's important, because I have the same idea like you. I think it's good. I hope that is going to help a lot of the communities, because we know that Future Emotion is very, very, very. He don't want to work so much with other companies. For one side, I understand him; they want to take care of his business. But sometimes when you are like me, I'm in Europe and I have a problem. I have to send everything to USA, and I have to wait 3 months for my board, and I just have one. It's not easy.
So, I mean, it's a difficult thing, because from their point of view, it's also a legal standpoint, which means that if they allow other people to repair their board and they support other people repairing their boards, and then something happens, they are potentially liable as a company. So they have to be very protective of that.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, I created a global network of repair shops, Stoke-like service, which ran for a number of years, and has recently we've sort of shuttered it. But the shops are still out there doing their thing and repairing. But I created it so Future Motion would actually be interested in taking it over as a repair shops around the world. But they just couldn't. From a legal standpoint, they found it very difficult.
Okay, and let's go here. I want to start yet. Now we're going to go from last year, the event in Portugal, and let's put it here for everybody to see it, how that was. Let me change. Where is that? Yes. So that was the first event, and that was the first night that we started from one side of the country, and that was then in the beginning, in the morning.
Yeah.
No, that was the morning.
That was the morning. So
Yeah.
We rode 200 kilometers over 5 days. And it was 11 of us, and we stopped at hostels at night, and we rode during the day, and we pushed through all kinds of terrain, right?
Yeah. Let's see. We look at this nice picture. That was very good, and that was you. And this is where we stay in one of the days. In the morning before we start.
Yeah, we started every morning before sunrise.
Yeah. That was you trying and trying. Never stop. That was in the beginning, the first morning. Everybody was like, oh, yeah, let's go. What is going to happen to us? For I think you know from the beginning how that is going to, how it's going to work, everything. So that was a Spanish guy to this year, from last year to this year. He grew a lot. He came a fantastic rider. That is really, and we are seeing most of them. I think was just 2 persons was not this year with us from the last year.
Yeah,
I think was
people couldn't make it. Yeah, everybody else was there.
So that was before I cut my hair, because it was very, very hot there. Yeah. So that was the experience coming downhill. That was in the first day. No, that was in the second day. That was close to Albufeira.
what I liked is that there were a lot of different challenging domains. So that's actually the easier end of what was a fairly difficult run. And then all of the charging everywhere was stopped.
Yeah, that was the last day, because it was the only day that rained about 1 hour. And everybody was asking, okay, what we're going to do, and then we start, and you and Angus, you go in a different direction, and then at one moment when we see the two of us was again with us.
We waited for the rain because we didn't want to risk it.
Yeah,
and then we joined you after.
Yeah, that was the last place where we eat, and that was the end.
Onewheel Tower.
And that was fantastic. So I just want to show that there is a video direct from the beginning. Everybody was preparing, and you see everybody there. That is Andre. That was Fabio. Always. Oh, we have to go. Come on, guys, we are late.
This is a very rushed event.
This year Mario was not okay. Rui was not in any event this year, and then we're going to go like. That was like everybody doing that was fun. But now there is this one I think is important for the people to understand. That is the video from last year. This video was very good. I think everybody can go to I'm going to leave the link, and you can go to the Fabio's YouTube, and you can see it, the completely video from the event. And maybe you can understand. What is your expectations that you make the first one and the second one? What is your expectation for the three of you for the event next year?
Think you can ride next year?
I hope so. I mean, I don't know where I'll be, but I hope to be here and be riding soon.
Because I know that is going to be surprises, huh? I think it's going to be something like races or something like that. I don't want to say in 3 days we're going to have an interview with them. They're going to explain everything what is going to happen. But it's going to be more than 5 days, huh, guys?
I expect us to have a racing event and then to have a ride afterwards.
Yeah.
I expect 50 people maybe on the ride
Mm-hmm.
this time. This year was what, 29, 28?
28.
Yeah, so I think it'll be almost double next year. I expect it to be huge. I also expect a lot of people to come, some people to come from the States for the first time. Because so it's been only Europeans that have come, and some people from the UK.
Hello, Angus.
Yeah.
That's why I think. And for you, what you expect, my friend? You, the youngest boy, if you're going to be next year there, do you love to see a race or something like that, or like a competition of tricks? For Z, she loves tricks too. Do you think we need more ladies there in the event too, for more young boys like you two?
I don't think younger people, but yes, I think more women, because there was none on the first time, but there was about
4 of us on the second.
a couple of the same.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic for us to have more and more. I just want to say to everybody's coming now, to Vict, I think he's in USA, I don't know if he's there. For Youngs is there, for Philip, everybody's coming now. Hello, if you have any questions to this, guys, leave it there in the comments, and we're going to try to answer. We are seeing a video from last year, but now we're going to change for this year. But I think from last year was fantastic. This year was a little more road. I hope that more. What you guys prefer, road or like this, off-roading?
Off-roading.
Yeah,
Trail all the way.
yeah. I think that this year was a little too much, but I hope that next year, what I understand from Fabio, they want to make it to close to 100% off-road next year.
Yeah, I think this year there were a lot of issues with the local authorities who want us to go off-road for protected areas and all this kind of thing. And so I think this year they saw that it brought a lot of attention to their areas, and it was good fun for them, and it didn't do any damage. And I think they'll be more open next year.
Yeah, I talked with some cities there to help. The big problem is nobody was seeing videos, and now they are starting to understand what is this. Because when you speak to a Portuguese guy, we are electric guys with in one wheel. The Portuguese guys say, one wheel? Just one wheel? What is that? And they say, and they have to see videos. And now the people are seeing what is happening, and they understand, okay, that is a fun thing. That is a sport. That was nice last year. That was something we missed this year to have it.
The beach ride?
Yeah.
Where everybody's batteries started dying.
Mine die very fast. But it was fine. Was different. This one was very good too.
Yeah. Oh, this was great. Remember this.
Yeah. But I love to.
I did it last year. No, I didn't. I kind of did.
But I was very happy because last year was heavy for us, but was lots of things that we made in the evening.
Yeah.
And that was good too. That was
Oh, I want to do that. That looks sick.
yeah, but I was lots of I could not breathe inside. That was wow, that was too much gasoline inside. That was, I think.
Yeah, it was in an underground parking lot, basically.
Yeah.
So,
And now,
claustrophobic.
yeah, for me it was like, wow, I came to a point and I say, hey guys, I cannot do this no more because it's too much. I could not breathe. I was outside with the guys and I was telling, hey guys, sorry, I'm not going to do it no more because it's too much for me. So continue. Now we're going to go to this here. This here was two beautiful ladies there. Hella, she was amazed with the event. Then was Z, and I hope that next year we're going to have more ladies in this event.
Kate.
There's Kate as well.
Oh, it was Kate. Oh my God, sorry, Kate. And I think that opens. How can I say, the new generation, a new generation of ladies to come to this event. I talk with other girls that they want to maybe try next year from France. I think there is two ladies, and from this event is going to happen in Scotland. Two of them.
It's the same thing that happens with jobs. You know, like guys just are overconfident and arrogant and kind of go, well, I could do it and I can do anything. And they go, and unfortunately, women tend to be more reserved and they feel like, well, maybe it's too long, maybe it's too difficult, maybe I can't, and so on. And I really wish you'd ban those doubts because many riders that I know are absolutely capable of doing this ride. We had people who had literally been riding for a month when they did the first ride. And so I think that anybody, regardless of skill level, can make this ride.
I remember the lady at Float Fest who did the trick where she went up the pole. She'd been riding for 3 months in her entire life. She went up this like pole that was like literally the thickness of the Onewheel. She went up, did a jump, and then went back down.
Yeah.
She'd been riding for like 3 months.
That's right.
So then we're going to go. I want to show what happened. There is I have a big video. It's going to come in 2 days. It's going to be around 20 minutes. It's going to be what happened this year in the event. What happened in this event, and I'm blessed. I hope that that is going to work. I'm going to put a little from the video here. Let me open. It don't want to open.
Is this the longer video or just the
Yeah, that is. I'm not going to put it a very long video here. I'm just going to show it a little for you guys what is going to happen, because in 2 days I'm going to put this video out. Oh, why is this happening? Wait a second. So, guys, sorry because I'm the only one doing this, and sometimes it's a little too much things for me. Okay, let me just change. Okay, now I have it. So, let's put it. Why is not showing? Oh, here, no. So, this is from this year. I have a video from all of us, from the beginning, from everything, people that they try it. For everybody was young, the first time there. That was the first night. Tomorrow I'm going to put, not tomorrow, maybe in 1 or 2 days I'm going to put it. It's going to be a long video. It's going to be around 25 minutes. And to show what happened this year in this fantastic event.
25 minutes. You might as well just do it in real time and have it 5 days long.
No, I have so much stuff, my friend, that the camera, I have 3 cameras, I have the drone, I have everything, and I try to, I think we need to make propaganda a lot for this event to help Fabio. Fabio deserves. He's a fantastic kid.
Yeah, great. Look at this, 28 riders.
Mm-hmm. And
everybody was so good at keeping together and working and making sure that everybody made it. And
so they skate.
So supportive, and yeah, no, this is a really good group of people.
So I just put a little for everybody. I'm going to put it in 3 days when it's going to be. I want to make that as a surprise for everyone. I think that is going to be nice for you to understand how we was 28 persons, but that was like music. I think everybody.
It was amazing. Like, how many places do I go where I feel comfortable with my 2 kids just watching them go off into the distance while doing something fairly challenging and dangerous and not worry about it at all, because they were surrounded by such great people who were just so lovely and supportive. It was such a good trip.
Yes, that was. I was a little afraid in the beginning with so many people, and then I understand that was the big question for all of us. We have to separate in groups. How are we going to do it? And in the end, everybody came together, and we was worry about the people who's going to faster, people not so fast, and in the end, everything was working very well for everybody, and I was impressed that. Everybody was helping everybody, and that's what I think is beautiful. And
but it's I'm also not. You get to see the south of Portugal together, and that is, the Algarve is gorgeous. I mean, and a time of year where it isn't crowded with tourists and so on, but the weather is still beautiful, and you get to see just the most stunning cliffs and amazing little towns and villages that we go through, and these lovely woods. Just stunning.
So I put lots of things together, guys, from you guys. I have so much stuff. If anyone wants videos, I have. I think I don't know, but it's more than enough for all of you. All the jumps, all the falls, everything I have there from. The scary stuff that you guys made it for Z going down from this hill, and 4 seconds she was close to be shot by a Onewheel.
Brained by a Onewheel.
Yeah, and then out we charge everything. I think that was just we cannot. I think. You just have to come and see it, guys. And of course, there is a guy now here. His name is Richard. He was not there with us. That was to be the 29 person. He's going to come next year because 2 days before the event, he was with the COVID. That was bad. He was very, very upset. And he wait for the 21. He wants to come in the 21. Was not possible. 22. But here you see the video from lots of things. The video is very big. We're not going to stay here to see it around 30 minutes. It's lots of stuff. I'm going to leave it, and then in 3 days we can see all of them, and you can go in internet. Everybody was there. Is more than enough. I think that is Look. I put a little from you guys, from all of you. Oh, there is friends here. Hello, my friend. I think everybody's coming now.
It was a very, very good ride. Yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing. So now come back in. We see that later on the video. But I want to make the surprise for Fabio and for all of us because we deserve it. I don't want to make this video very, very big. I just want to come to the questions. Is like this. To Z, you as this experience that you have in this event was everything that you expect, was like how can you describe it for you, this 4 days of riding in Portugal?
Oh, okay. So I didn't go with these guys last year, so I didn't have any expectations yet. I just knew we were riding through the Algarve and there was going to be a bunch of people and it would be lovely, and it was amazing. It was like one of my highest highlights of this year. And it was beautiful, and it was so nice to meet new people and everyone's, riding. Everyone who had like a similar, can't think of the word, like similar likes, and everyone riding together. It was so wholesome and it was lovely. I really enjoyed it.
And for you, Angus, I was. What was the difference from you from the 21 to the 22?
There was more people.
Do you have more? Do you enjoy it more? Was more or was?
I did like it more because there was more people, as I said, and it was fun to interact and meet new people.
I was there, of course you enjoyed it more.
I just want to put a small clip that we put together, all of us. I think that this clip is nice because that was the last night from us. Let's see if that works. Forget about. Now that is from Fabio. Why did I put all the time this video? That's not the video I wanted. Oh, guys, come on. I have to be better organized.
Get the Snoop on your desktop a bit.
That is like too much things. Do you remember this?
Oh no. This was the last night after everyone, obviously everyone went to sleep, but a lot of people...
Come on, that was the best part of everything. That was something very special. That was not prepared. That was nothing to do. But then comes to this big thing that we make together. I want to thank...
Yeah.
Nelson, you were like...
It was really funny.
Yeah, because it was too late and we don't want to make so much noise.
And we were trying to be quiet. And Nelson had the camera. He was like, guys... and everyone went really loudly.
That was fantastic. But I want to say something before. When I came, we talked, the two of us, you and me, Cauri, about doing the surprise for Fabio. About you was direct, Nelson, we can do it like this. And then we came to the, first of all, we want to make the XR in second hand, and then you came with the idea, we can do it better, we can do it in other way, and then we arrange all of us together. And I'm very proud to say to all the community around Europe and some guys around the world, they send money, and most of the guys from the event was the people who put more money to arrange this. And then we have to go to the guys who has this small company in Portugal, what's the name? X
Energy.
X Energy, and from Andre, and they put together. How do you what do you speak with them to come to this idea, to come to the GT?
Well, Expert Energy, they're a great little company. So they sell Onewheels, and also they're official Onewheel dealer in Portugal, as well as they sell all kinds of other electric devices, and they have a repair shop and do a lot of different work around it. And they really love Fabio.
Yeah.
Fabio drives a lot of customers to them for Onewheels, and it's all a tight community in the Algarve, and so they were really happy to support and help make sure that Fabio got a GT. This was, for those who don't know, Fabio's board, when he was teaching somebody, fell into the water, and then when it pulled out, it basically exploded and burnt to a crisp and melted. And so this was a few days before the event. So Nelson had the idea, and we got together with Expert Energy and with the community and got Fabio a GT.
And I think that was fantastic. Now he has a complete set, and he can help the guys in Portugal who wants to try the Onewheels. I think is going to be very good for the community. I'm seeing every day. I just want to show for the people to understand who don't see it what happened to his board.
I think most people know who Fabio is, but for those who don't, so Fabio is the one who arranges the Onewheel Algarve tour.
There is it.
Here he is. Fabio is also very involved in the community. He's on the International Onewheel Association board, as am I. And he's always doing a lot for the community.
Yeah, I just want to show you guys now a small video that is going to come, a big video then from Fabio later on, and this video is what happened in 2022, I think.
So excited.
This one is from you. This board is from Z.
Oh, yes, lovely.
Yeah,
It's just a compilation of everyone falling.
But that was fantastic.
This was the end.
Yeah. Yeah, for Fabio was lots of stress, and when you come to the end, for him he's like, I made it again.
I mean, look at these places. I mean, come on.
You'd be stressed in this.
I mean, like, how would you want to miss that?
The skate park was my favorite.
There's lots of places, there's lots of pictures, there's lots of videos I have. I'm going to put it from last year. I lose it, most of the stuff. I think Rui has my stuff, because my Festa, what's the name? Where I have everything inside broken, and I cannot take out. Right. It can cost me to 1,500 euros to put
coming
it
down
again.
that cliff face was amazing.
Yeah. Did you see? That was you. That was you.
Reaction.
Yeah, that was.
And you intended it.
Yeah, but for everybody to see it, Cauri, that is not just event. That is more than that. The people is going to see a culture, a country, how they eat, how they live, how simple they are. Is not just tourists. I think is a small country that you're going to see lots of things. And is you are riding Onewheel, something that you love, and you're going to make it, maybe in my way, you're going to see something new that maybe next year you're going to come back. And I'm very proud that we have in Portugal and in Europe starting to have more and more events. And I hope in the next years we don't have maybe to travel to USA to go always to an event. Of course, there is events in USA that we want to go.
Yeah, I really hope that we get a lot more people next year from all over. Both people from Europe heading to the US for events, as well as people from the US and all over Europe and broader beyond in the world. Because there are Onewheel riders in Australia and Onewheel riders in Asia and all over the place. I'm hoping that we get a lot of them coming here, because, like you say, Nelson, like that event is a cultural exchange as much as it is anything else. And it was amazing having I think 9 different nationalities represented this year and more next year.
So, my friends, I want to say we are coming close to 1 hour. First of all, Cauri, I want to say so much thank you, for everything you've done for all of us, because you help us a lot. You have lots of experience, and you has international experience with lots of persons, and that is very good for us in Europe to have a person like you helping us. The second one, I want to say to the Angus that I love to see him riding. I hope to see him very fast in the competition, because I see how he loves this sport, how he loves to win, how he loves to go faster, how he loves to have more. He has this young, savage one wheel. I don't know how to describe it. I think he is
No fear.
more. Yeah,
No fear.
yeah,
Well,
yeah. You have fear when you fall, but everybody is with fear when we fall. That is not the problem. That is, and then we have Z. I was not expecting that she can ride fast, and she can always listen music and riding and enjoying, always laughing, always putting everybody with a very very positive ways of seeing life. And I was very happy. And then I see you as a father. Maybe he helped me change my way of treating my two doctors, because the way you treat your doctor is fantastic, and open my eyes to me more, maybe free with my kids, and that is something that we learn every day, and that was a good experience for me. No, I'm telling you the truth. And the way you handle with me and talking about your kids, I think is fantastic. I think you treat your kids with in a fantastic way, and
Good kids. I have good children.
yes,
Right.
but don't forget. Tell me with person you walk, and I tell you who you are. It's something like that, and I think it's always you are always the mirror of your kids. They're going to be maybe like you, and that's why. Thank you so much again. Like always, I want to say to everybody is here, thank you so much for coming. I would leave for the three of you the last words for the community, for the people who's going to see this video. Don't forget that now we are in 3 platforms. We are in Twitter, we are in Facebook, and we are in Facebook, and we are coming now to Spotify. Everything is free. This channel is open. No money to make. We don't make propaganda. We don't. If you want to subscribe. If not, just come and enjoy the lives and see new riders. That way we make our community bigger. And don't forget, in 3 days is going to be the interview with Fabio. Fabio is going to speak, is going to come with Dan, and is going to come with Andre, and they're going to speak about what happened in the event of 2022 and is what is planned for 2023. I just want to tell to you guys, be careful, because there is lots of tickets already sold. And if you don't go faster, maybe it's going to be difficult to have tickets for everyone, because there is going to be a limit. I don't know how Fabio is going to do it, but if there is more than more guys, maybe you have to do 2 events. I don't know. We'll see.
Right now, Fabio's just sitting there crumbling.
crying.
So I try to make the propaganda the best way I can, because it deserves it, and I hope that next year everything comes for it. Now, for the 3 of you, I leave you with the last words for everybody who came today, and for everybody who's going to see later on this video, and the stage is yours. Oh, wait a second. Ooh, wait a second. Yes.
What do you want to tell everyone?
Definitely come to next year's event, because it'll be good to meet even more people and expand the community.
I just want to thank you, Nelson, for having us. It's been a pleasure, and we love riding together, and it's nice to see what you're doing for the community. You're always expanding and always reaching out. What you do is great. and we need it in Europe, especially where the laws are harsh in some of the countries. So I just wanted to say, just float on.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I just want to say, first of all, for everybody to understand, thank you for the three of you. You are the persons who make these lives happen. Without you, there is no lives. The live stream is to bring the community together. And without riders, there is no live streams. And it's good for us to see so many riders and so many persons coming and showing that we are here to help you, to enjoy it, to have fun. And if you fall, we're going to fall with you. If you stand up, we stand up with you. And we are all of us together. That is the important thing. And see it live like the best way you can. Enjoy it. Have fun. Thank you for the three of you. Thank you for everybody. And we're going to go out and we see